I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.
I don't understand for the life of me why you would want to leave where you're from and all of your problems that you have there just to go to a new location with the hopes of recreating the exact same environment that you fled from. I was talking to a friend of mine who's of Arabic descent today. And I asked him, I said, well, why do you guys not want to assimilate with American culture? And he said that they shouldn't have to. They should be able to bring their society to the United States. They don't want to be Americans. That's something that Americans did not know when we were trying to be welcoming and open to new cultures. We did not know that they were hoping to upend our culture and replace it with the failed culture that they are escaping from. This situation in Dearborn is a perfect example.
Brewing in Dearborn over a mosque using outdoor loudspeakers for their call to prayer. Genovici joins us now from the Dearborn Community Center, where he's getting answers from mosque leaders who say they're getting those complaints.
I spoke to the director of the Dearborn Community Center. This is the mosque being criticized for the use of its loudspeaker for its call to prayer. The director tells me this has been an ongoing complaint from a small minority in the community, and he insists no rules are being broken.
Yeah, this is crazy. We don't want to bother anybody.
But the mosques in East Dearborn are now at times waking us up at 5:30 in the morning with the call to prayer.
This is Dearborn resident Andrea Unger at last night's city council meeting, stating that mosques using outdoor loudspeakers for their call to prayer should not be allowed.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You mean to tell me at 5:30 a.m. they are projecting this noise in a foreign language in my American city to wake us all up at the crack of dawn? Somebody said, oh, well, what if there were Christians ringing bells? I would complain about somebody ringing bells at 5:30 a.m. as well. See, in America, we have something called polite society. That means we try our best to be as respectable to your neighbors as possible. That's why people don't like Black people. They have a really hard time respecting others' boundaries and being considerate of others when it comes to noise and nuisances all around. Now you're hearing somebody and they're justifying it saying, oh, this is my religion. If your lifestyle and your religion is your preference, what the fuck are you doing in the United States? You have ample choices in the Middle East where your lifestyle, your religion, everything about your culture is not just accepted, it's the law. Why are you here? If you didn't want to assimilate, you didn't want to become Americans, you are not here for a better life. Your life was so good there that you want to recreate that environment here, then what the hell did you upend everybody and come here for? Now, if you're saying that you came here for a better life, you want to be Americans, you love American culture, that's why you're here, that's one thing. But when you're telling me you want to replace American culture with your culture, that's an invasion. That goes against my bottom line. That's antithetical to my beliefs, my culture, my tradition, my country. And it's sad that it has to come down to that, but people are not being respectable of others and our way of life. And you want us to accept yours, but now you're superimposing yours. In the UK, they're attempting to bring in Sharia law. Sharia law is a problem because it goes against Christian values. Also, it just goes against American values, and a lot of their beliefs are unconstitutional. You don't have to live by my constitution. You can leave, just like you came here. Letting everyone just come into this country was a bad idea. And now we're doing whatever we can to reverse it and try to mitigate the damage. But I mean, this is ridiculous. Polite society, you should not be making any loud noise. None of this should be going on until at least 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. 5:30 a.m. Just like you, what do you like just pretending that you're in Baghdad, you're reliving the good old days before the Americans came? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why is this even a question? 5:30 a.m. You're playing this over the loudspeaker. So all the residents in that area either need to just just go along with it, accept it, and let it just get worse. Then what's next? You know, you give somebody an inch, they take 10 miles. This is ridiculous.
And says she believes it's not supposed to be allowed per city ordinance.
The noise complaints have been made out and the police have made numerous visits. What is the next step?
Council President Mike Serini during the meeting pointed out that police have investigated and gathered decibel tests from certain mosques. Nabil Bahalwan, the director of the Dearborn Community Center, says police visited his site and was told his loudspeaker was not too loud.
And then the city came in, the inspector. There is a monitoring for the voice. We are even below the average of the rule.
Bullshit. You know, my ex-girlfriend's from Yemen. I used to live in Michigan. I used to live not too far from Dearborn. Even my ex-girlfriend and her family, when they seen this article, when we talked about it today, even they said this was doing too much and going above and beyond what is even normally acceptable. This is just people pushing the limits. There's no need for this. If you want to pray, you have it indoors. You can pray in your own temple. We all have our buildings where we go inside. We're not blasting our beliefs to everyone. Come as you will, but we do this inside. We don't have to bother others because we all have different belief systems and different religions. This is completely overdoing it and unnecessary. So this guy sitting here lying, saying, oh, it's just, if that was the case, then you wouldn't need a loudspeaker, or the loudspeakers would be inside the building, inside for your congregation. You would not need to blast it to the neighbors. You are not in Baghdad. You are not in your home country that you left. You're not there anymore. You understand that, right? And if that's a problem, there are flights that go back to where you're from every single day. Hop on one. Go home. Build your country up. Make it great again. You know, this whole mentality where we have to change everything about America's culture and being Americans to just to assimilate or just to get along with other people, that's over. You came to my country. We didn't go to your country. We went over there to kick ass, but we didn't build communities and start saying, oh yeah, now you got to get a McDonald's and a Jack in the Box. No, we went over there. We put belt to ass. We made sure you guys did whatever we told you to do. But we have our families back home in the States, our culture, our society. For those of you who do not believe in our culture and our society, we have places for you. Some of them are boxes that have cell bars in the front, and some are boxes made out of pine that we bury. You have choices. An airplane is a lot cheaper and it's a lot better than these other two. But you're going to just keep pushing it. It's going to create more and more conflict. If there ever is a widespread conflict, the Americans, the locals, would win. Instead of creating a conflict, why not do what you can to get along and not impressing yourself onto others where they're uncomfortable? Because that's going to lead eventually to a conflict. The same way it did in your home country. And you had to leave there, it will be the same here. It'll be no different. It's like you guys just want history to keep repeating. You are the problem right now. It's not everyone else.
But again, at last night's city council meeting, there was some question whether or not any outdoor loudspeakers are allowed, something that was not clarified, only that more evidence is being gathered. But CBS Detroit did examine Dearborn's noise ordinance and found that loudspeakers between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. are in violation of the ordinance. Meantime, Bahalwan says he does not believe this mosque is violating any ordinance. However, he is concerned that some residents aren't happy.
And
He just doesn't give a fuck about our rules. He doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. He doesn't care about your opinions. But you were so happy to welcome him and his family 20 years ago. You bent over backwards to make sure, look at them twice after 9/11. You did everything you could to try to make these people feel comfortable. Little did you know they could give a fuck less about being Americans. They want your resources. They want your land. They want to have the benefits, but they don't want to be Americans. They represent where they're from, and now they want where they're from to be here. What do they say? You bring in the third world, you get the third world. Literally, this is becoming their area. Now, Dearborn has always been a heavy Muslim population. So if you're in Dearborn, you're cooked. You bought your property before, the Muslim community moved in. Well, tough titty. Sell it and then move to Troy, move to Ann Arbor, move to Ypsilanti, move to where I used to live at. Very nice. It's called Oxford. You get off at 75 in Lapeer, where the palace used to be. You take Lapeer for about 30 minutes, damn near, and then you'll be in a township called Oxford. Very peaceful. Sell your property in Dearborn. Get the hell out of there. Dearborn is cooked. That's literally their capital. That's basically the Minnesota for Somalians. That's for Arabic. That's Dearborn. Literally the largest Muslim population anywhere on earth besides in the Middle East is in Dearborn, Michigan. So you're cooked there. You're going to have to relocate, which is a shame. But if you want to see a little bit of ground, you don't really want to make a big fuss. And I mean, all the local city officials are Arab. So what are you going to do? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So you might want to go ahead and just get used to it, learn to speak Arabic, I guess.
And we want to keep our relation with the neighbor in peaceful. If they have any problem, they can talk to us.
In Dearborn, getting answers, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.
A contin-
Yeah, that guy doesn't give a damn. He doesn't want to hear your complaints. This is an example of it also. This is, bruh, imagine being woken up out of your sleep before you go to work. And it sounds like you're in the movie The Kingdom with Jamie Foxx from like 10 years ago. Why? Like, it's just crazy that this is happening. Like in LA, don't get me wrong, it'll be 4 a.m. and we'll have Mexican people playing mariachi till 6 in the morning. Okay, but they're doing it on the weekends. It's not during the week. It's kind of just like they want to party. You kind of go in the house and you just kind of live with it. But I mean, it's 5:30 in the morning, prayer. Look, pray indoors. Pray in the comfort of your own home. You don't got to pray outside on the street in front of a gas station because you know what time you're going to have to pray. Schedule your prayer. Okay, be somewhere appropriate. That's how you basically get along with people in polite society. This is I'll be honest with you. If you're in Dearborn, you're cooked. You might want to move because I don't see this stopping anytime soon. That guy doesn't seem like he's trying to cooperate, and no one's going to make him. He's in Dearborn, so he's protected all around. Americans should question everybody. Did you want to be an American when you came here, or why did you come here? Oh, well, it was a war where I'm from. Okay, cool. You could have went somewhere else. You could have went to Brazil. There are like plenty of other countries that are not war torn, but that you would hit before you come to the United States. So even if you're looking for asylum, you're supposed to go to the first peaceful country closest to your country. You're not supposed to like skip over 15 peaceful places just to come to the United States. So unless this is an invasion, legit, where you're trying to basically bring and force your customs onto us, then you're going to have to adapt to our customs. It's not going to be the other way around. Or we fight it out. You do have a choice, but we can fight about it. We're fighting about it on the internet right now. We're fighting about it in the comments. These arguments, they're going to have to bear fruit eventually. So like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts if you have some opinions or if you agree or disagree. I respond to all comments and complaints. I'm on 6 platforms. You pick one. Leave your comments and we'll talk. Thank you, and I'll see you guys shortly. And thank you to our sponsor.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.